Boom. Salutations. This one is kind of about spontaneity. This is a spontaneous video. I think a lot of times people want me just to talk about UFOs and extraterrestrials, but there's a lot more going on than that that's involved in being aware, especially concerning current events. So this one here is something that actually was brought to my attention yesterday. My partner in Australia sent me an email about 270 pilot whales that are stranded on the beach there. Not on the beach, but they're in the kind of in the light water there, stranded, and a third of them are dying. So what I wanted to bring this to attention is, and why it just kind of comes up as current event that makes me want to do this video, is I'm noticing something, all right? And that would be that there was once, I'll put a picture up of that, a bunch of pilot whales, once again, that were stranded in Florida a few years ago. And there have been other pods that have been stranded. And something that isn't well documented or advertised a lot about this is that some of these whales, their tails, their flukes, a whale's tail is called a fluke, their flukes have been turned, okay, turned. And I've found a couple pictures I put up of that. They're not easy to find, but that means that something's happened. A whale's tail, when they swim, goes up and down, okay? That is how whales swim. These tails are turned to where they look more like a shark's tail, which goes back and forth. And what I noticed in this Australia, when seeing some of these whales some that are dying, some still alive, I saw a couple of fins that were bent like that. Once again, the flukes were bent. Not all of them, but some of them. And it's more than just some of them being turned over and dying, and so it looks like their fluke is up. It's more they're still flat and their fluke is up. So that's something's happened. That means they've been impacted by something. There's some sort of a trauma they've suffered before they beached themselves or stranded themselves. Number two would be if you have just one of these whales that strands itself or gets a bent fluke, the whole pod is going to beach itself. That's a real family. They don't just abandon each other like sometimes our human family does. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, this is something that really caught my attention back then. And that is the fact that their flukes are bent means they were impacted by something. And I believe what we're dealing with takes us into the realm of scalar technology, energy weapons, energy-directed weapons. And I think what we're dealing with is a type of electromagnetic sonar weapon that has done something. It's hit these whales, and when it somehow bent their flukes and also completely messed up their sonar and done things to make them want to get out of the water. Some sort of a torture, I'd imagine, if you're aware on that type of a level and have the ability of sonar and use echolocation. I'm sure it'd be some type of a torture if you get hit by one of these scalar weapons. I think they're testing something, and something's happened to these whales. So it's just something to be aware of, and it's I think pretty serious, because it takes us from, I know some people get irritated with me because I don't go so much in the conspiracy theory as I do science. I enjoy science. I use science as a foundation to back up and understand what my personal experiences have been and to understand the world around us. Is it infallible? No, definitely not. But it's a good, strong basis. The scientific method is good. But so this right here is something that crosses over. You can research this for yourself. Check out the pod of stranded whales in Australia. Go back and look at the one that happened in Florida. I'll try to flash some of those pictures of that up there. It's just very interesting when it takes us into the realm of actually what are they doing in the sea with sonic devices, sonic weapons, electromagnetic scalar frequencies. It's something really bad, I think, going on there. So just something to be aware of, and I think investigate. It's just important, I think, anyway. So I don't know what kind of effect this might have on dolphins too, but it seems like the pilot whales are the ones that have been reported doing this a lot. And there's a deal, I'll put up a picture that when I've seen some leaks about this too some time ago, people that were saying this is what was happening, it was some type of a weapon. And there was a deal that the Navy was dropping a bunch of, was it humpbacks or something that supposedly have their tails bit back the right way, and it's chosen being dropped into the sea. So I don't know, it's just very fascinating, and I think it's worth researching, each one of us, to be aware of this environment we live in, because right now we've got so many things that are trying to mess up the timeline of this planet, just completely mess up our way of living, that it's unreal. So I wanted to give a shout out to everybody on Patreon. Appreciate you. That's why these videos are coming out. To my friend PC from Team BSR Music that does all the music for my videos. I've said that on many videos. I'll try to put a link up to his website in the comments section. That is who does all the music for all the videos on all of them. It's PC Patton from Team BSR Music. Alright, that's a melanin dominant company that collaborates with my own. Proud of that too. Anyway, so please subscribe, check out the whale situation, and maybe also delve into a little bit more about these scalar frequencies, the weapons that they could be using, or even just or devices. They may not be weapons, but devices. Something's going on that is unnatural, that's destroying marine life. And I think that needs to be exposed. I'm sure there's a lot of other people that can go way further on this than me, so I'll leave that up to everybody to put that together. Thank you very much for your support. I didn't really make any notes on this one, just looked to make sure I got everything. Yeah, that's it. Third of those whales are dying out there, so I think there's also a rescue going. So they're rescuing a lot of these, but the point is what actually got them there and put them there, what was done. So thank you. I'm probably up getting some mutations if we're not careful, like those flying squid. You know, those became actually somewhat dangerous. Thank you very much. Please subscribe, put a like on it, and share. Peace.